YouTube, this is totally like 65 guys, and today I want to talk about Inzektors. Yes, Inzektors. They're one of those decks out there that it's in the anti-meta format part of Yu-Gi-Oh, and I really just I love this deck. It's one of those decks that yeah, it can be derpy at times, but since the ban list 2 formats ago, the deck has really been slowed down, and only those pro players, those people that know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh really well, I feel like are the only ones that can top a YCS, top a regional with this deck, because you gotta know when to use your MSTs. You gotta know what back row cards to play. You have to. Every play can't just be popping a card in the back row and hoping for the best anymore, and just try and go off and swarm the field, because it's just not going to happen in the format right now, especially with all the back row hate and all that stuff. Um, it's just one of those decks that every move has to be laid out. It's like a game of chess with this build, and that's the one thing I love about this deck. It's one of the favorite things about this deck is I'm always coming back to it, even after I'm playing Rescue Rabbit, Mermails, Heretics. I'm playing all these decks, and yeah, they're fun to play. Yeah, they can be derpy at times, and they're broken. They got some broken plays, and they've got combo plays. And I'm not gonna try and bash on other players and say that you need to play Inzektors, but it's I mean every deck's got their combo plays. You gotta know your combos plays, and it's just amazing. Personally, I'm trying to re-innovate this deck, trying to bring it back to life, trying to maybe top a regional with it, maybe top a YCS with it. You never know. Because Inzektors have power behind them, and I think if you can find the right cards to mix with them, they can be great. Now lately, you don't really see. I mean, you'll see 1 or 2 decks top a regional, top a YCS, or you'll see them getting that top 32, top 16 spot, and it's really amazing to me how they're still viable in this format, in the format today. Um, Now there's other cards that really combo well with this deck. Um, Breakthrough Skill that we just got out in Cosmo Blazer. I'm starting to love Breakthrough Skill. If you guys don't have this card, pick it up, because right now it's going down in value. It's like $10, and it was like 40. I can see it rising right back up in price as we get further and further into the format, because we're gonna get synchros. We're gonna get all these cards that have all these effects that are broken as hell, and you can Breakthrough Skill this, and it's gonna stop them. And then Breakthrough Skill can also, when it's in the graveyard, you can banish it on your turn to negate an opponent's effect. So say they have Lagia, say they have Dulk on the field. It's just an amazing card, especially when you combo it in Inzektors. Fiendish Chain is another good card. You play Trip Fiendish Chain, I think you'll do really well in the format. Compulsory Device, Effect Veiler. You got all these cards that work well in decks like Inzektors and other decks too. But I think because of these cards, I think Inzektors can and will be a good deck in the next format. Now you're not going to see tons of players playing it, but I think you're going to see 1 or 2 or 3 players that will occasionally top and will go all the way. Because people just love to forget about the deck, and they, time and time again, I'm going to say this: when people forget about a deck, the deck finds openings in the format. Doesn't matter how good a player you are. If you forget about like windups, and you didn't play the maxis, then the deck's gonna hurt you. Because they're just gonna loop you. Now I know windups are gonna be gone, and that's another situation. But I'm just here to talk about sectors. But I'd like to give a shout out before I conclude this video. Shout out to Kanye West 315. Thank you again for signing my Inzektor Hornets for me. Oh, YouTube, please subscribe, comment, like, and thanks again, YouTube.